It was Friday afternoon, and Daniel had just finished a long day at work. He closed his laptop, put a few things into his backpack, and checked the time. It was already 6:15. Daniel had plans to meet his friend Emma at 7. They were going to have dinner at a small restaurant near Central Station. He smiled when he saw her last message on his phone.
Don't be late this time.
Daniel laughed quietly. He was usually on time, but that week had been exhausting. He left the office building and stepped onto the busy street. The train station was about 15 minutes away. If everything went well, he would arrive with plenty of time. At least, that was the plan. Daniel started walking toward the station, but after a few minutes, his phone rang. It was a coworker. The call was supposed to take only a minute, but it quickly became a conversation about a problem at work. Daniel kept walking while he listened. When the call finally ended, he checked the time again. 6:35.
Great, now I really am late.
He began walking faster. A few seconds later, Emma sent him another message.
I'm leaving now. See you at 7.
On my way.
He put the phone back in his pocket and hurried toward the station. He was thinking about dinner, work, and the time. He was not thinking about trains. The station was crowded when Daniel arrived. People were moving in every direction. Some were running for trains. Others were standing in front of the information screens. Daniel looked up at the departures board, but only for a second. He knew that he normally took the blue line toward Central Station. Then his phone vibrated again. Another message. He looked down to read it while walking toward the platform. A train was already waiting with its doors open. Daniel saw the blue sign near the platform and assumed it was his train. He did not notice the small arrow showing that the train was traveling in the opposite direction. A warning sound began. The doors were about to close.
Perfect timing.
Daniel ran forward and stepped inside, just before the doors closed behind him. Daniel found an empty seat and finally relaxed. For the first time since leaving work, he stopped looking at the clock. The train started moving. Daniel took out his phone and sent Emma a message.
I'm on the train. See you soon.
Then he looked out the window. A few minutes passed. The next station was announced, but Daniel was not really listening. He was answering an email. At the second stop, he finally looked up. The station name seemed unfamiliar.
That's strange.
He looked around the train. Most passengers seemed completely relaxed. Daniel checked the route map above the doors. His eyes moved from one station name to the next. Then he stopped. Central Station was not ahead of him. It was behind him. Daniel looked at the map again, hoping he had misunderstood it. He had not. He was traveling in exactly the wrong direction. For a moment, he just stared at the map.
How did I do that?
He checked the time. 6:50. Emma would probably arrive at the restaurant in 10 minutes. Daniel opened his phone and started typing a message, but then stopped. He did not even know where he was going yet. The train continued moving away from the city center. Daniel stood up and walked closer to the doors. He decided to get off at the next station and find another train. The situation was annoying, but it was not a disaster. At least, that was what he told himself. Then the train announcement said that the next station had no direct connection to the blue line. Daniel sighed. Things had just become a little more complicated. When the train stopped, Daniel stepped onto the platform. The station was much quieter than the one downtown. He looked around for signs, but the layout was unfamiliar. For the first time that evening, he felt genuinely lost. He checked a transit map on the wall. There were several lines, different colors, and too many station names. Daniel tried to understand the map by himself. First, he thought he needed the green line. Then he noticed that the green line would take him even farther away.
No, definitely not.
He laughed at himself. There was no point pretending he knew what he was doing. He needed help. Daniel looked across the platform and saw a station employee standing near the information desk. He took a breath, walked over, and said,
Excuse me, I think I got on the wrong train.
No problem. Where are you trying to go?
Central Station.
Go upstairs, cross to platform 3, and take the next train toward Riverside. Get off after 4 stops at Market Street. From there, change to the blue line. Central Station is 2 stops after that.
Platform 3, Riverside 4 stops, then the blue line.
That's right.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. The next train leaves in about 5 minutes.
Daniel checked the time again. 7:02. He quickly sent Emma a message.
I took the wrong train. Long story. I'm going to be late.
A few seconds later, she replied.
No worries, I'll get us a table.
Daniel smiled. At least someone was having a better evening than he was. 40 minutes later, Daniel finally arrived at Central Station. When he stepped off the train, he felt as if he had completed a small journey across the entire city. He walked quickly toward the restaurant. Emma was waiting near the station. When she saw him, she smiled.
You made it.
Eventually.
So what happened?
I was checking my phone. I saw a blue sign, and I got on the first train I saw.
And you didn't check the direction?
Apparently not.
Emma laughed.
Well, at least you have a good story now.
That's true. And next time I'm checking the train before I get on.